In this quick video, I'm going to explain the difference between dropshipping and having your own sports brand online. Now I'm going to explain why I actually prefer to have my own brand online. Now I want to stay from the off, guys. I'm not saying dropshipping is bad. Actually, dropshipping is really good. It's just that I don't choose it to be my main business vehicle. So I'm just going to explain the reasons why I prefer having my own sports brand rather than dropshipping. And again, I'm only going to keep these reasons brief. Probably only about 2 or 3 reasons. I'm not going to dive too deeply into it. Sorry, put my teeth back in. And again, if you're a dropshipper and you're making money, but please only genuine dropshippers comments. If you are generally making money as a dropshipper, please put your comments below what you think I should have added, etc. Because again, I'd be happy to learn from you guys, because I'm still learning myself. But for you guys that don't understand dropshipping, basically all it is you've got a website with products on your website, but you do not own those products. So for example, let's say you're selling this light, or you might have 10 variations of this light. Even though that you're selling a product, you actually do not own the product. And how it works, I'm going to keep this basic, guys. I know there's more ways and it can be automated, etc. But basically how it works, you've got a website and you're selling those lights that I've just shown you. A customer buys from yourself. You've then got a warehouse or a company. You then pay them. So the customer might pay you, £100 or $100, and then you pay the company £50 or $50, or the warehouse, sorry. And then the warehouse will then send the product to your customers. So it's good because you're not having to handle any products. So for guys getting going, it can be really, really good if you're just starting your own e-commerce website, sorry, and then you just get to keep the profits. Okay, so it is a good, it is, I think dropshipping is really good, but the reason why I don't use it as my main model, and I actually do use dropshipping to a degree, which I'll explain towards the end of this video. But basically, the first reason why I actually don't use dropshipping for my main business model is because I do not own the product. Now, for me, if I'm going to put my time, effort, and money into something, I want to control everything. And what I don't like, actually, that's the wrong word. But anyway, I'm going to just continue using this word. But what I'm not keen on, that's a better word. What I'm not keen on is that I actually don't own the product. So that's why, as I say, I don't, dropship, because the problem is you don't control what the warehouse is going to do. So you could have a website making a lot of money, and certain products could be making you thousands of pounds or thousands of dollars per month, even per week, or even per day, and then one day the warehouse decides to stop selling you the product. And there's literally many reasons that is out of your control. The warehouse could go bankrupt, they could sell their business to another company, and the company doesn't want to deal with you, etc. A competitor could obviously offer them a big deal not to deal with anyone else, for them to be the sole supplier. There's just loads of reasons why you could lose a product. Now again, I know some dropshippers who are listening to this might say, well look, Ray, if you're selling 50, 75, 100 plus products, if you lose 1 or 2 products, it doesn't matter. So if you're a website, a dropshipping website, and you are well established, you are making thousands of pounds or dollars every single day, it's not going to matter. But if you're new and you're relying on that product to basically pay your mortgage, and then they decide to pull the plug one day, that can be, obviously, for me, that's what I don't like about it, to be honest with you. But again, as I say, it's horses for courses. Some people might be, rather than having to have stock, some people say, well, you know what, Ray, I'd rather not have stock and take that chance. But that's just my personal reasons why I don't like to fully dropship, because I'm not in control. The second reason as well is competition. Again, if you're selling a certain product from a warehouse, that warehouse is literally supplying that same product to thousands of people all around the world. And me, I actually don't like basically having to sell the same product as many other people all around the world, especially marketers who might be better than me at marketing, guys. Okay, yeah. So for that reason, that I don't like it, obviously, because of competition. Now again, I know you dropshippers might say, but Ray, what you do is you don't sell all the same products that everyone else sells. You find your niche and you sell niche products, which again, I agree with that, I understand that. But again, the problem is here, if you're new and you're getting going and you do find a winning product, it's only going to be a matter of time, and very quickly. And there's actually software out there now as well. As soon as you start marketing, and you start advertising a certain product, you start to get sales very quickly. Marketers and people who own e-commerce websites and who are like top drop shippers, they will know very quickly that you're onto a winning product, and they will have that winning product. And because they're good marketers, they'll probably overtake you as well. And that's another reason. As I say, I understand, you can go really niche, but again, the problem is, even if you go niche, it's only going to be a matter of time before someone's going to copycat what you're doing. They're going to get onto what you're selling, and again, they'll use software or their experiences, and then boom, you've got yourself competition, as I say, and that's another reason why I don't like it. Obviously, having my own brand, I get to decide the colours, I make it completely unique to what I sell online, to my niche. So that's just another reason why I don't sort of particularly use dropshipping full time. But again, if you learn all the skills to be a dropshipper, you can always be finding winning products all the time. And that's another reason, to be honest with you as well, with dropshipping, obviously to fight off competition, you always need to find winning products. Now, if you get that skill, that's an amazing skill to learn. Guys, to be honest with you, one, I can't be bothered to do that, to be honest with you. Two, I've not got the time. I just don't want to be sitting, I don't want to be like taking, a couple of weeks to find a winning product. I might get a lot of money for 2-3 months, and I've got to do it all again. That's just me personally. I can't be bothered doing that, guys, okay, yeah. I'd rather just have a brand, and it's just consistent coming in. I'm not having to have my head stuck in a laptop 24/7. But again, if that's you, that's fine. I'm just talking about my personal experiences. So obviously, as I say, number one, I don't own the brand. Number two, for me, it's competition, especially if the competition is better than you, okay, or better than me. Obviously, another reason why I don't like that. And number three, I know these many other reasons, but the third reason, guys, this is going to be the last reason. This is probably the main reason why I don't use dropshipping as my main business vehicle. Again, going back to how it all works. So remember I said earlier in the video, if you're a dropshipper, you do not own the product. So a customer pays you pay the warehouse, and then the warehouse sends the product to your customer. And for me, that's the biggest no-no, because the reason being is the warehouse or the company has now got your customer's details, and they can market to your customer. Now, I know someone will go, no, that won't never happen. The warehouse or the company, no, they'll never market to your customers. Really? Now, I know in certain countries, or some countries, where the rules on spamming, obviously that'll never happen. But look, certain warehouses, certain companies, if they're in another country and their laws are not as strict as maybe the country you're in, guys, listen, there's no guarantees that, as I say, that's not going to happen. So imagine if you're a warehouse, or you're a warehouse with no morals, okay, yeah, and you're selling a certain product to a certain website, and that's making millions of pounds or millions of dollars per year. Are you going to at least tell your friends, or you're going to tell other people or other websites, hey, this is a best-selling product? You're very naive to think that warehouses and companies that are selling products, and they know these are winning products, and they know that they can supply that product to hundreds of websites and make even more money, are they going to be loyal to you? And they might never even know you, to be honest with you. The answer is no. Okay, and listen, I know the minority might stay loyal. Okay, they might be that busy, they might not need to obviously, tell the friends or other people about what you're doing. But for me, I wouldn't take that risk. So that's the third reason as well. Again, I would not want anyone else, because your business is your list. And if you listen to any guru online, again, for the ones that say your business is your list, it's your customers, it's not your website, it's not your products, okay, even though obviously that helps, it's your list of names. That's what will give you your basically long-term success having your own business online. So that's the third reason I don't like it. Again, you should never let anyone have your contact details. Again, because not only have they got your customers' contact details, because not only have they got your customers' contact details, they also know what's successful, what you're selling. Because if you're ordering thousands upon thousands of the same product month in, month out, again, they know what's successful as well. So not only does this warehouse know what you're selling is a success, they also know your customers as well. So that's the third reason as well. Okay, also as well, going back to, obviously, so, for myself, me, I think it's much, again, it's just personal. I think having your own brand is obviously, for me, the way to go. So we're now going to 3 reasons, again, which is going to be like similar to the drop shipping. Okay, 3 reasons why I basically love having my own sports brand. The first one is I own the products, okay, yeah. So again, completely opposite the drop shipping, I own the products. So that's the plus side for me. I own the products. No one can ever take that away from myself. I've got multiple suppliers, so if one supplier lets me down, they know that I can go somewhere else. And I'm giving them like literally thousands upon thousands of sales every single year, of orders every single year, sorry. But they know, because my brands are quite big now, that if they upset me, I'll go somewhere else, okay? So it's good that I have my own brand. However, on the downside, okay, yeah, especially if you've not got much funds, okay, I've got to buy the stock. Now, there's a certain way, if you do it properly, you're not having to buy thousands upon thousands of of stock up front, but you've still, when you've got your own brand, you've still got to have an element of stock, okay? So again, that might put people off, okay? But for me, I prefer it that way. But for some people, it might be a negative to have stock. But again, if you know how to do it properly, and obviously we teach you how to do it properly, obviously on our website, Inspire Me Sports, and how to have your own sports brand. These are ways sort of, it's in between having your own brand and actually drop shipping, guys, okay? Yeah, but that's why I absolutely love having my own brands, because I completely fully control it. No one can ever take that away from me. The second reason, there's least competition. Now, I know there's obviously a lot of competition in all the brands that I've got, a lot of competition, okay? But the beauty about having your own brand, you can actually make it unique to your brand. Now, this is J4K, this is one of my brands. So again, I can make all my apparel and my goalkeeping gloves, I can make them completely unique, colors, patterns, etc. So again, if it's different to my competition, even if I've got a lot of competition, if I can make my brands unique and also give tremendous value to my customers, obviously it just eliminates the competition. The problem with dropshipping, I feel anyway, is that if you're selling certain products, okay, you can't make them personal to yourself. Now, I know these private labeling and some warehouses will allow you to put your own, basically your own logo on, but then you've got to buy that in bulk. It's very rare you'll get drop shippers. Again, I could be wrong, guys. Put it in the comments box if I'm wrong here. But if you want a private label, a drop shipping product, I'm guessing you're not going to be, well, from my experience anyway, you can't do it with just one product. But if I'm wrong, guys, please put a comment below. But again, put the website below where you can go in, or the warehouse below where you can go and private label for just one product. But as I say, for me, having your own sports brand, you can make it completely unique, give your customers the best service possible, obviously unique to your product. And that's the second reason why I believe having your own sports brand or own brand online is obviously the way to go. And the third one, the most important one for me, having my own brand, nobody gets to see my customer, because your customers is all your business. Like I say, you don't want anyone having your customer details, especially a warehouse that is servicing you products, okay, they're giving you products that they can give to your competitors, okay, as I say, and because, for me, as I say, that's the biggest one. Again, it's so important. Again, I don't think I need to go into too much detail with this. I think it's obvious that as a business owner, you need to fully control your customer database. You should not be giving that to anyone, okay, especially a warehouse or a company who can give that to your competitors. So they're the reasons, guys. So it's like three reasons. Again, these pros and cons to both. It depends on you, on your circumstances. If you're someone who wants to obviously earn income online and you've got the finances and the time to do it, and listen, you don't need, I promise you, you don't need tens of thousands of pounds or dollars to start your own brand. You could get going with less than like $1,000 if you do it correctly. But again, as I say, you know, you could be someone who would be like, well, you know what, Ray, I'd rather just start dropshipping. Dropshipping's good. I've mentioned that before. Dropshipping for me, and again, I'm going to explain that we actually do use dropshipping. For me, for most people, I think dropshipping should be temporary. Okay, and what I mean by that is, and I'll use my example, okay, for what I do. So if I'm going to I'll use this hoodie for example, okay, so if I want to get a new hoodie for my sports brand, rather than go out and rather than design a black hoodie like this one is here, and then obviously send it to my supplier and say, right, I want this black hoodie, and they go, fantastic, brilliant, okay, you now need to order X amount in bulk. Now for me, because I've got such a good relationship with my suppliers, I actually don't have to order a lot. I mean, I could probably, a bulk order for me could just literally be 50 like black hoodies, which is really, really good. I can get it lower if I wanted to, but personally I wouldn't want that, because I know that I'm going to sell them. If I wanted just to have like 2 or even 1 from my supplier, I could get that. But me personally, because the way my business is at present, I know that if I get, you know, even if I get 500 of these I know that I'll sell them, if that makes sense. But if someone's getting going, you know, and to be sorry, I still do this as well, sorry, because we're always testing products all the time, new designs, new colors, etc. So what I'll do is say, I will then go to a supplier or my suppliers, okay, and I'll say, right, okay, I want to test this. I want to have a pink hoodie, for example, and I just want 2 in each size. And I have 2 in each size, and normally I can get that within 7 days from my supplier. I can put that on my website, test it. If it doesn't sell, okay, it doesn't sell. I can just then sell them off dead cheap. I go, okay, well, I know pink hoodies are not going to work, for example, and I'll get me money back, okay, yeah? And I'll do it again. I'll now try gold hoodies, for example. And again, I'll just order 2 in each size, and then boom, if that takes off, I'll go, right, I know it's going to work. I'll order more. So I'll use drop shipping to start off with, and that's what I recommend you do if you can. But it's all about having the right suppliers in place, guys, and obviously having the right freight forwarders in place, the warehouse in place, etc. Actually, you don't need a warehouse if you're only getting going. You can get going in your garage. I actually started off in my basement, believe it or not. But again, that's how I personally use drop shipping to get going. I use it to test the market first, okay? To test the market first, I'll get in a small amount. If it doesn't work, if I know it's not selling, I'll just sell them off really cheap so I get me money back, okay, so I don't lose out. Sometimes, to be honest with you, I normally always get me money back and make a bit more money, so I actually very rarely lose out, to be honest with you. But that's because my brand is at a point now where I know I've got enough customers that will buy. But if I get, like, as I say, like a gold hoodie, and again, I only get a very small amount, I just get 2 in each size, for example, and that takes off. They sell very quickly. I go, okay, cool, I'll now order more. So that's how I use dropshipping, but it's only temporary, because for me, I want an element of stock in my warehouse, as because when the customers orders, I basically want to make sure that they get them the very next day if that's what they order, or they get them in 2 or 3 days, again, if they choose that order option. So I hope that makes sense, guys, okay? Yeah, so if you're someone who's thinking about, starting their own e-commerce business, even if you don't, again, as I say, you're more than welcome to go to our website, inspiremesports.com, and we'll teach you how to, I say there's a lot of free information on there, guys, that will show you how to have your own sports brand, how to develop your own sports brand, sorry. As I say, yeah, you can just go to our website and check that out, okay? So I say, so whether you're someone who's thinking about drop shipping or thinking about starting their own sports brands, I hope this helped. This is just my personal experience, guys, okay? I'm not saying drop shipping is bad. It's not. It really is a really, really good business vehicle. But for me, I just use it on a temporary basis, because for me, having long-term business success and a business that I'm actually going to pass to my children, I believe, for me personally, it's something that I want to own completely 100%, that no one can ever take away from me, and more importantly, nobody's got my customers. That's why I choose having my own brand ahead of having drop shipping, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps, guys. Any questions? If you've got any questions below, again, please comment below. I'll try my best to answer. If I think it's a really good question, I'll actually do a video like this and personally answer it for you. But obviously then the Inspire Me Sports community also get to benefit from your questions as well. So I hope that helps. And remember, guys, we've got loads of free training in our website. Go and check that out. Literally tons and tons of free videos, and it will help you get your goal, your sports brand going online. Hope that helps, guys. All the best, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.